Recognize such an exemplary Marine from our community. During a training mission in 2020, Major Cory Jones' life changed in an instant when an F-35B collided with the KC-135J Super Hercules tanker. Both right-sided engines and propellers were damaged or missing. The fuselage and landing gear were both damaged or missing, and the right external fuel tank caught fire. Despite the extensive damage to the plane, Major Jones and his crew managed to successfully land the aircraft in a California field and evacuate with no serious injuries. They avoided what could have easily been a catastrophic situation. Major Jones was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross for his heroism during the 12 minutes between that collision and the safe landing of the Hercules. That 12 minutes must have seemed like an eternity. Major Jones' superiors credit his elite pilot skills and exceptional knowledge and study of previous in-flight incidents for his success that day. Since the incident, Major Jones has volunteered to give safety briefs to aviation units across the services to help them learn from what happened and what he experiences. Please join me in taking a look at the next video.
With full type 3, we have 2 engines out. We're leaking fuel and might be on fire. And an emergency descent at this time. Radar 50. There was an explosion, and that's when my heart stopped. I'm like, okay, we're in an uncontrollable situation. There's a fire on the right wing. I can't climb, and I can't turn back to the airfield the whole way down. Stall, stall, stall.
You got a plume of black smoke on the ground in that MOA. So there's at least 1 aircraft down, it looks like.
I'm Major Cory Jones with the United States Marine Corps, and I am a KC-130J aircraft commander and instructor. So I chose to be a pilot just purely because it's exhilarating. I like adrenaline-seeking activities, and being a pilot, I thought there'd be no better activity for that, and it also gives me the opportunity to support the Marines and other services. On September 29th, it started as just another normal day, standard, join up, nothing out of the ordinary. We had to refuel 1 plane at a time. We refueled the first F-35 on the left. Once he was complete with refueling, moved him over to the right, which is our standard procedure. Before we could react, we were impacted on the right-hand side by that F-35. There was an explosion on the airplane when he hit the fuel tank. The propellers have been sheared off the front of the engine. It's extremely loud in the cockpit. You hear a lot of wind noise. Every master warning and master caution is going off. There's lights flashing. And I start trying to talk to the other pilot and realize I can't talk to him because all of our headsets have been thrown off in the collision. There's definitely emotions that are going through my mind. Having very close friends that were involved in a C-130 mishap in December of 2018. All crew on that were killed. My first reaction after the impact is, I can't believe this is happening to me too. My first son, having been born a few weeks prior, he and my wife, my whole family are going through my mind immediately. Our gunnery sergeant called out to us and said, there's a fire on the right wing. Where that fire was located, we have no fire suppression capability on the airplane to put it out. We're typically taught that a wing fire, you could have anywhere from 30 to 45 seconds of structural integrity of the wing before it would separate from the aircraft. I've got the number 2 engine all the way up, as hard as it'll go. I've got the number 1 engine almost as hard as it'll go. And the airspeed's still coming off of the airplane. I can't climb, and I can't turn back to the airfield. So what we got's what we got out here off the nose. So we pick a field. We recovered, which is pretty unusual to be able to recover from. But we recovered from being in that condition in the last 30 seconds the whole way down. It's just stall, 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 stall. I've never been trained to have an aircraft, hit me and lose 2 engines, have a fire, have a rapid decompression, have our landing gear removed from the airplane, and conduct a gear-up landing in a field all on the same flight. Some of those aspects were introduced during training, but not all compounded together. But we fought from the time we were impacted until we got down into that farmer's field. We fought for our lives the whole way down. We all met up on the road, hugged each other, thanked each other, and then we waited. I can't believe that we just walked away from it. That was kind of the feeling. Extremely grateful, and everybody did a phenomenal job. It wouldn't be without each of them that I would be sitting here talking to you. This award really is a crew award. It should be Marines, plural, of the year, because there were 8 of us on that crew that day, and without all 8 of us doing our job, none of us would be here.
Wow, that is just something that you couldn't even anticipate. So how would you ever train for it? But now, if it ever happens again, no problem. What an incredible video and story. Ladies and gentlemen, here to introduce the Marine of the Year, please welcome the Assistant Deputy Commandant for Aviation, Brigadier General Matthew Mowry.
Okay, on behalf of the Commandant of the Marine Corps and Marines serving across the globe, I want to thank the Military Times Foundation and all the sponsors for having the privilege to come up here and recognize not only Major Jones, all the award recipients, but I also want to give a quick shout out to Major Jones' wife, Lori, who's here, who also serves as an Air Force nurse, and the son that you saw in the video. And we're also joined tonight by their newest 2-month-old daughter and Cory's parents as well. So thanks for coming, everybody. As you can see in the video, Major Jones really represents what's best in Marines everywhere. A Marine who, as we saw on what should have been a normal training day over California, when the unexpected happened, he was calm under pressure. He had won the respect of his crew, so they reacted as he directed. And really, a pilot who took his training to heart, paid attention to everything he was told, and after a moment of crisis, went in and let the training take over and got all of those crew down safe on deck so we could introduce his newest daughter here tonight. So we're glad you made it there. Major Cory Jones was the pilot at the controls during the Raider 5-0 mishap involving an F-35B striking a KC-130J, resulting in the loss of both aircraft. Major Jones was able to fly the severely damaged KC-130J to a field where he landed it without causing injury to himself or any of the others on board. He saved the lives of the crew in a situation that easily could have resulted in a total loss of life. Major Jones exemplifies the qualities that any leader would be ecstatic to have as a member of their team, and I am proud to have him honored as the 2022 Military Times Marine of the Year.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Major Cory T. Jones, the 2022 Military Times Marine of the Year.
Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you members of Congress, distinguished visitors, all the senior military leaders for your attendance today. I really appreciate it. This is quite the honor for me, but honestly, like I said in the video, it's not. This is not a me award. This is a crew award. So on behalf of the Raider 5-0 crew, all 8 of us, thank you for this nomination and this recognition. Without each and every individual on that crew doing their job that day, we and myself would not be here speaking to you today. So I thank them for their hard work. their dedication to this, and I wish they were here with me to accept this award. Thank you to my family, my mom and my dad, my son and daughter that are here, my niece, Cassie, and my beautiful wife that's here with us as well to support us and continues to support us through our military career. And most of all, I thank God for giving me the opportunity to be here another day, because quite frankly, after that day, there's undoubtedly, without a question, I would not be here without him. So thank you all for the support, and thank you for this recognition.